Today, I would like to talk about conflict management over pasture resources and how we are shifting from conflict to solution. Peace is not absence of conflict. It is the ability to handle conflict by peaceful means. And this is exactly the point which has been missing by Kyrgyz community on their way of income generation through livestock breeding and extensive use of pastures. I work in the southern part of the Kyrgyz Republic, and this part is considered to be the most vulnerable due to scarcity of resources, high degradation and erosion of pastures, and high dependency on livestock breeding and consequent absence of alternative economic activities, which also lead to different complications such as migration of youth and worsening of socioeconomic situation. And finally, we have political instability related to ethnic conflicts. In 2010, Kyrgyzstan experienced the second rebellion when the president was gone by the opponents from the country. And then the supporters of the president, of the former president, they started rebellion and clashes in the southern part of the republic, where from this president was originally. During these events, about 800 people were killed and 100,000 people migrated to Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. Fortunately, they returned after some period of time. And all these events had worsening the political situation in the country, in southern part. And in this year, we had even worse political events, such as we had some clashes with Tajik people in transborder areas where we have been working. And all these events that have impacted the project activities. We stopped our negotiations with Tajik sides and cooperation. I would like to tell you a story of one amazing person who is struggling with inequality and injustice in her everyday life. We work with pasture committees. We have 452 pasture committees in the Kyrgyz Republic, and 6 of them are headed by women. And this woman, her name is Shahista. She is one of these 6. You can see here is she. And before we started this project, she already has been working as a head of pasture committee. However, she says that I'm not treated as equal. First, because I'm not of the ethnicity, as I'm not of dominating ethnicity. I'm not Kyrgyz. She's Uyghur, and she is representing a community of minorities of other ethnicities different from Kyrgyz ethnicity. And another aspect is that she is a woman, and this fact makes her more vulnerable. Because she's not treated, and she says sometimes people just say, go home, what you know about pastures, go home and cook dinner. And when we started our project, she became a very active member. She was participating in all events, and she always says, I never give up because my people believe me, they choose me to help them to get better livelihoods. And I would like to tell about her accomplishments that she has achieved during our project. We started our project with awareness raising and capacity building. So she took active participation in pasture management and conflict management workshops. She has been elaborating and successfully implementing pasture use plan. And this is really a big achievement because it's really hard to implement when you are facing many difficulties and challenges on your way, especially conflicts. She's holding the position of pasture committee head for 3 years, and this is really unbelievable because we have high fluctuation because of members of pasture committee due to lack of motivation, low salaries, and big obstacles that they face on their way. And finally, she prepared a few proposals on rehabilitation of a bridge to access additional 400 hectares of pastures. And finally, she received support from our donor, and we have constructed these bridges. Here is the picture of the bridge. As we have been on the third year of project implementation and we have already implemented a range of activities, we are thinking how to enhance local population to handle conflicts, to manage conflicts after the project will be completed. So that's why in this year we have established working group on conflict mitigation, which includes all important stakeholders, pasture committees, forestry agencies, border policy, because they are also involved in the project in conflict issues. And of course, Shahista is here. She's also an active member of this working group. How she benefited from membership in the working group on conflict mitigation? As I said before, she was silent. Even if she wanted to say something, people just ignored her. And now she has appropriate setting where she can say about her needs, about her interests. By her interest, I mean interest of community, of minorities. So now she can speak louder, and her voice should be taken into account. In past, she had many conflicts with pasture users coming from different areas, not from her community's area. And she couldn't do anything because she was not accepted. She was not treated as equal, and she couldn't do anything with this. Even she kept her cattle, herders can run away. And at one of the meetings, she said about her problem, and the group decided to sign an agreement with other pasture committees on joint use of pastures. Now she is empowered, and she has right to claim penalties for illegal grazing, and she has something what helps her to go to the court and protect her rights and rights of her community. And the second her achievement was agreement which she signed with border police, and this is really very amazing thing because she was so persistent and she is so devoted and passionate about her community, and she really wants to help them. So this border policy, they agreed to sign an agreement and support her in catching and imposing penalties on illegal grazing of cattle which comes from Tajikistan. I would like to show you a short video of her. She's saying, my name is Shahista. I'm head of Bishkent Pasture Committee. And I would like to thank these organizations and the donors that had supported our infrastructure project. On behalf of my people, of our community, of self-government bodies, it helps us. It helps to people of different nationality live in harmony and keep our friendly relations. And she also thanking organization for providing information materials and maps what let her better manage conflicts. And she's saying that we are looking forward for any activities that you would propose. So before we started this project, she was very shy, even talk to us. And now she feels very confident in front of the camera. Having implemented all these activities, raising awareness, building capacity of local institutes, strengthening institutes, and helping them to construct infrastructure objects, we would like to ask them, we would like to somehow change their thinking and ask the question, what is the future of conflict over pasture? Because they say that the reason of conflicts is a lack of pastures, but everything has limitations. Even if they will get some more pastures due infrastructure objects, will conflict stop? No, we think that no, because even they will keep increasing number of cattle, which is increasing heavily each year, the conflicts will continue if they will not change their attitude towards people of different ethnicity towards better management of pastures and not stop this degradation and extensive use of pastures. So conflicts will never stop. And that's why this year we are working with this working group on conflict mitigation to change their minds. And we are asking these questions. Do we really have conflicts because of pasture deficiency? Will construction of infrastructure objects stop conflicts? Because local community, they always ask for support and they asked for construction of infrastructure objects. We did it to get their trust, but the point is not in infrastructure. The point is how we're thinking. And the last question, should we change the way of thinking? Thank you.